Okay, here we go again. This is what we ended class with. It's our bus of old people. So how many citizens went on the trip? We're going to call that X, and we'll see if we can set up this equation. So we start with looking at before. Before they went on the trip, they were scheduled to pay some amount of dollars. That final amount plus 8, because there were 8 more of them originally, and that's how we got our $160. What ended up actually happening, though, is they all paid $1 extra, and then our original X, only X of them went on the trip, and they still had to pay the same $160. So what we can do in this one is solve for C. And this is what we did in class as well. We divide by X plus 8. Looks good. What we can do with that is substitute. So 160 over X plus 8, and that is times X equals 160. And now what we can do, oh, my mistake. Let's back up a little bit. There's one thing we forgot about, and that of course is our plus 1 from here. And that is times X, and that still equals 160. Okay, now we can continue. That plus 1 we can rewrite with the common denominator. And that common denominator is going to be X plus 8. X plus 8 over X plus 8 is 1, so it's still the same. We can quickly do that. So we'll take that as 160 plus 8 is 168, and we still have the plus X, and that's over X plus 8. And then all that's times, okay, so let's start over. We have 168 plus X, X plus 8. That's our common denominator part. We're multiplying that by X, and that's still equal to 160. Alright, so now what we can do, well, let's just do that. I didn't know I could do that. Alright, so if we continue with this, let's distribute our X. So we get 168X plus X squared over X plus 8 equals 160. Then we can multiply our X plus 8 to the other side. So I get 168X plus X squared equals 160 times X is 160X. 160 times 8 is 1280. From here, we're just going to start simplifying things. So we bring our 160 over, 168 minus 160, we get X squared plus 8X, subtract our 1280. That's going to be equal to 0, and from here, go to your graph, go to your app on the TI-84, go to a calculator, do it by hand, complete the square quadratic formula, try and factor. It does factor, actually. What we'll find is a negative and a positive. We don't want the negative. The positive, I believe, is 32. So that originally were supposed to be 40, 8 of them got sick, 32 ended up going on the trip.